Hello and welcome to Scarredlands, A Family Affair, Episode 31, The Ancient Armory. When last we met, you all had been dropped off on a mountainside by the Bone Rack Dragon because you got a little bit jumpy in the back there, and he didn't like that, so he made you leave. You managed to make your way down the side of the mountain and just have one more peak to cross before getting over to the Golden City. But in your investigation of looking for a place to safely bed down, you found a
shiny thing.
Yeah, a hidden door that you decided it was a good idea to explore. You had discovered that this hidden door does have a knock or a arcane lock spell on it. And we're unable to pick the lock when last we gathered, and that was pretty much where we had parked. Is that about right?
Sounds pretty much right to me.
Beautiful. So, I believe Zopa was examining the door and had determined the nature of those. The nature of it being locked, and who had determined that it was trapped? Was it Millie that had noticed that? That is correct, yeah. So all you're aware of is that there is some sort of a trap, probably an alarm.
And we were going to, as I recall, rest for the night so that I could get new spells back in the morning and throw Dispel Magic on it.
Yeah, you should all be fully completed a long rest. No issues there.
Yeah, and so I took Dispel Magic in hopes that maybe I can fix it. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so you want to start things off by dropping a Dispel Magic on it?
Sure. Let me just do that. Bloop.
Excellent. All right.
Ooh,
yeah,
not bad.
You hear some whirring and clicking, and there's a faint odor of almonds. And then nothing.
I know what that faint odor of almonds means.
I'm guessing Jedryn probably does too.
The only reason Gix would know is because that's the thing that stops body parts from regrowing. And I would like to imagine that
Gix, did you fart?
Well, it's more that, yeah, totally. That's
you
what his
fart helium?
Yeah, but I like to think that Cheshire probably burned something off. Gix was younger. Look at this cool vial I have.
So yeah, those are the...
I'm going to ask one more time. Are we really doing this? Because, the Golden City's right over there.
It was Cheshire's idea. I just cast the spell. I think it worked. I don't know. I smelled a fart afterward. A nice fart, actually. So maybe it wasn't a fart, but I smelled a thing.
That's almonds. That was probably some kind of cyanide gas, actually. So if I had to guess.
So I'm stepping back now.
Well, I mean, it's dissipated, so we're probably okay. I'm just saying,
If there is cyanide, I should probably be the one to go first. I technically don't breathe anymore.
Fair enough.
I meant to tell you all that.
Yes, I don't know how I feel about your new girlfriend, Chaz. This is creeping me out. This is unnatural.
I appreciate that she's kept you alive.
Alive?
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, Jedryn, we are going to go into the tomb and away from the nice city where hopefully we'll be safe and have something moral to do.
You know we were probably going to die in the city anyway. At least the
What were you saying, Ayli? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, are you muted, Ayli, or are we just not hearing you?
I can't.
Oh,
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Now we can hear you. Yes.
I'm like, she's talking, I think.
I've been talking this whole time.
Please.
Hear you at all?
Please.
She's like, wow, everybody sucks today. No one's responding or interacting with me in any way.
Mostly, I just wanted to know if y'all wanted me to cast Find Traps again.
Might not
Sure.
be
Not a bad idea. Maybe after we open the door. Or after Cheshire opens the door. I'm not open. I did my bit. I cast the spell. I step back.
Yeah, you can cast it again before or after. It's up to you.
Would the door potentially block Find Traps?
I believe...
Flux detect magic, so...
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that gives you like an ongoing sense. Or is it just one turn?
We can go
No,
find
it's
it
just one.
out.
Find traps,
Oh.
sense the presence of a trap, blah, blah, blah.
Instantaneous.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not an ongoing sense then.
You don't learn the location of each trap, but learn the general nature. Spell merely reveals that there is a trap present, not where it is or what type it is.
And the general
but that
nature
there
of
is
the
a trap
danger.
nearby.
Hmm.
Yeah, general nature of the danger. So, like, I will die or I will be poisoned, but not I will be poisoned if I touch that thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and check the door out, see if it's still locked.
The door is still locked.
Okay. I will attempt to change that by picking it.
Excellent. Yeah.
Holy
awesome.
crap.
No, it's the first one. Yeah, it's the first one.
You get in there and it's like super rusty.
Doesn't Jedryn give her advantage because 2 rogues make 1 trap less dangerous?
No. Rogues make one right.
No, that's not how that works at all.
Still need some WD-40.
Yeah, it's super rusty. Like you pull out your thieves' tools and like there's chunks of rust stuck to the end of like the. Anybody else want to give it a try? You could also try to knock it down. Like that is an option.
I'll step out of the way for Cheshire.
Jedryn.
Who seems to be chomping at the bit.
I mean, this is how... Yeah, let's just do it. We'll just knock it down. I think that's
Can Jedryn open it? Give her a chance.
All right. I'll step back. Won't knock it down just yet.
All right. Get out my little oil can.
Oil can!
Yeah. A little wire brush. Oh, God, you're right. It is really cruddy.
Yeah, like flakes and shit start like falling out of the keyhole. It is definitely seen better days.
Well, on the bright side, with the keyhole actually enlarged this way, I can see a bit more of the mechanism. But I don't know if... Well, let's give it a shot. What do I roll on for this?
It's just your dex, and then you would add your proficiency bonus if you are, in fact, proficient with Thieves' Tools.
Yeah, I am, in fact, so... Are we doing it? Oh! So that's 24 plus... where's my proficiency? Oh, I'm proficient in the save, so it works out. Yeah, yep. 24.
Yeah, absolutely. So you reach in after having scraped it out a little bit, and just click, click, click. Everything falls into place.
Yeah.
The door swings open, and a mist starts sort of rolling out at you. I need you, and we'll assume that you are up here. I'm going to assume that Nikki is where she's standing. I'm going to assume Triss is where she is standing. And I'm going to assume Zopa's probably, or Cheshire's up there as well. And Zopa's probably up there, yeah.
So I'm guessing con save?
So I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Spell.
That would be a 7. 8 total.
Almonds! Poison by chance?
Oof.
Yeah, I guess if you have resistances to poison.
Oh, I do.
Immune
Condition, that would help.
Big time.
Yeah, I'm immune, so do I roll?
No, you do not roll if you are immune to poisons.
I am
Easy.
resistant to poison.
So
I'm
I
always
just
drinking weird shit.
so I just yell almonds and fall over.
Not at all, no.
Okay.
You wish it was going to be that simple.
No.
And Triss, you just have advantage on them, right?
No, I'm resistant to poison.
Okay, but you're not immune to the poison condition.
No, I'm not immune to the poison condition. No. No, that one I would get advantage on, and then I just take half damage from poison damage.
Okay. Well, the good
And the
news
advantage
is
did not help me.
it's not poisoning you, or it's not damaging you, I should say.
Oh, okay.
However, those of you who failed the save suffer disadvantage on all wisdom ability checks. And
Just wisdom?
yes. Which remains until you complete a long rest. You are also paralyzed for the next 4 minutes.
Well, Gix is going to have a field day with this.
Oh yeah.
So I do in fact say almonds and then fall over.
Yeah. I'm going to rush over and grab you and pull you back.
On the bright side, I guess I feel a lot better about the idea of going in here.
Those of you who all failed that save, so just so that I'm clear on this, it's Triss, Millie, Jedryn, right?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay. So Triss, Millie, Jedryn, you each start sensing things a little strangely. Triss, as you look around, you see a horse and a wolf and an Asathi and a human. And you start to look around and you start to realize that you're looking at all of your past lives and they're all standing above you and they're all kind of looking down at you very judgmentally.
Sorry, I fucked up.
And they start in turn, in their own languages or methods of communication, just berating you. You are the culmination of this line of deed, and you have allowed things to get this dire. You have failed your family. Your dad's in hell, and it's all your fault. Like all that sort of stuff is happening, just in this sort of cacophony.
Depression
of sound.
And I'm sure half of them are freaking elves yelling at me too.
Right? Yeah. It's just a crowd, just chewing your little rat ass.
You're like, shit, why did you let me become a rat then?
Jedryn. As you land, you start to immediately experience the growth of the grass beneath you. You can feel it pressing against your skin, and when you feel it press against your skin, you become hyper aware of your skin and start to feel the cells in your skin divide. It takes you a moment, you realize, oh shit, I forgot to breathe. And you start breathing and start thinking, oh man, I need to focus on breathing, otherwise I'm going to forget to breathe and die. Wait, does it work that way?
This
I'm not
happened
sure.
to me when I
Why are my eyes so dry?
Once. That totally happened to me when I kind of OD'd on the marijuana.
That happens to me almost every time I use the marijuana. So there's at least one point where I forget
this? Holy crap.
that breathing
That's what it
is.
felt like. Yeah.
You start to feel like your hair grow, and you can feel like your nails growing. You're just hyper aware of everything that's going on biologically with you. Millie, you're sitting in a vast plain of nothingness.
Go again.
And you start to see little lights appear in the plane of nothingness. And it occurs to you that there's stars. And then you start to see them rapidly closing in on you. Or maybe you're moving towards them. It's hard to tell. But it starts speeding up and speeding up and speeding up until all of a sudden you're just surrounded by these bands of light. Almost like you're in hyperdrive. Just going through this tunnel, flying at speeds that are unimaginable. And you start to see like crackling in between the lines that are formed. You start to see images of like a childbirth and images of war and people dying in a hospital. You see an explosion so bright that it feels like it's going to burn your eyes out of your skull. You see a dragon flying over a set of ruins, spitting acid out of its face. You see a woman flying over this massive city with blades sticking out of her head in every direction, wearing a mask of like porcelain faceless mask. And you start to see all these visions kind of as you're zipping through this hyperspace. The rest of you, they're just kind of laying on the ground, very much looking like their minds are blown. And I would imagine mumbling a little bit of something related to what their visions are.
Out of curiosity, did Nikki or Sir Sasha? I don't know why I combined both of their names. Either make their saves.
Sir Sasha is far back enough that it is a non-issue.
Okay.
Nikki, however.
Nikki, let me make her save.
I'm going to be so mad if I fail and she succeeds.
Nikki's gonna be. This isn't any worse than the freaking incense we have at Vangal Church.
That's a point. Yeah, she may fail, but she's used to it.
What, you've never done any hallucinations before?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Any hallucinogenics before, I should say? Where are you at, Nikki?
Hey, yo, Nikki, where you at?
Well, that's odd. Sorry, me and D&D Beyond weren't getting along for a second there.
That's always fun.
Well, she rolled. Oh, no, she's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, she's... You okay there, sis? And you see, like, a face, like, press out of the wall of light at your side, Millie. And it's still got like stars moving through it and whatnot, and it's just more of an outline than an actual face. But it's Nikki, and she goes, "Are you okay, sis?" What?
Oh, fuck off.
I think she's gonna be okay.
I am going to drag everyone away just in case anything else comes.
I was going to say that I would
hovering
probably if that's what you're doing, then I'll stay in the doorway in case anything comes. Then
I should go first. Once again, I don't need to breathe. I'm just going to
Did you fail?
I got a natural 20.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason that you were one of the people who failed. So I'll just follow you then. I'll let you take the lead.
All right, and Zopa, are you babysitting them outside, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna like get some water on a rag and like wipe the drool off and try and help them and figure out what the hell's going on. But
yeah, my thought is that
I've got nothing to help them other than hang out.
My thought is this gives Sir Sasha purpose. So when I was like not sure about going in before, now I'm like, well, might as well go. So
right. The two
Triss
of you
is crying.
I would assume you're all crying.
I'm too busy to cry. That takes concentration.
That's true. You're too busy concentrating, breathing.
Right, but then as soon as you realize that it takes concentration to cry, you realize your eyes are drying out. Now you have to cry.
Don't even blink when you cry.
I haven't
the physical concerted effort of crying.
I haven't touched the marijuana since I had that happen to me. Like, I haven't gone fucking near it since then.
Not a pleasant experience.
It sucked. Yeah.
Yeah, you're reliving 8th grade ditchweed right now.
Yeah.
And
Did not like.
But the rest of you do step inside. So as you do step inside, the entire area is lightly obscured with this. And the fog definitely does have a almond kind of odor to it, but you're reasonably certain it's not cyanide. It just happened. You do notice that there are these various masks, seem to be made of gold. And they seem to be in a pattern similar to the comedy tragedy masks planted on the walls throughout. Never the two together. One will be a comedy and then the next one will be. And each of these masks has a stream of smoke billowing forth from its. Beyond that, you see the irregular shape of the building. The ceiling is about 30 feet high. And in the center of this room is what looks like a rusty pillar.
Well, you said you were going to go first.
Yeah, I'm going to walk up to it.
Walk up to the pillar?
Yeah.
All right.
And I guess I'll do some kind of perception check to see if I can see what is going on with this pillar.
Yeah, give me a perception or an investigation, whatever's your preference.
Cheshire's still pretty dumb. So we're going to stick with that. Nah. Not perceptive either.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Though the gas isn't affecting you on a biological level, you can't see through it any better than a living person could. So, yeah, as you wave away the smoke to look at it, it pretty much pours right back in. And really all you can tell is it appears to be made of some sort of iron or steel. Seems to have rusted, quite possibly due to centuries of being abandoned with this mist in here. It's like there's a moisture to it. So safe to assume that sitting here, if this mist is constantly pouring in, that might be the cause of the rust.
Is anyone else inside the room?
No.
Okay, so while people are outside treating everybody...
Well, besides, Korggix is in the doorway, right?
Yeah. But do I see him struggling with the smoke?
I mean,
or the mist?
He's doing this as he's walking through.
Is there any way to tell where it's coming from?
Masks.
Oh, yeah, it's pouring out of the mouths of the mask.
Oh, I have an idea. I don't know if this will work. But if I were to frostbite one of the masks shut, freeze it shut, would that let the gas still come through?
Normally that's not how frostbite would work, but that's dope as shit. So sure.
Yeah, the numbing frost to form. I don't know if the frost is thick enough.
I'll let you freeze over one of the mouths of the masks or frostbite.
Okay, I'll just do that one closest to me then.
Yeah,
and is this helping? Because I assume I can't see shit either. I have even worse.
It's lightly obscured. It does sort of frost over the open mouth, and keeps, as near as you can tell, it keeps smoke from pouring out there. And by this time, a couple minutes have passed, and you all your sensations, you're still experiencing those hallucinations, but they start to overlap more clearly with reality. So those of you who are just seeing things that aren't there are sort of starting to see them fade as real reality starts to seep through your vision. And as for Jedryn, you start to have gaps where you go 10 or 15 seconds before sudden new thing to focus on pops up. Mm-hmm. And that carries on for about another minute thereafter. Mm-hmm.
They're making sure that no one's going to swallow their tongue or otherwise die. I'll go and stand near Korggix and just keep an eye out in case Cheshire has any issues or something else comes crawling out of there.
When you meander up, I'll be like, look, I was able to stop the mist from coming out of this one. Is there any way that you could potentially do something similar or help me continue to do that?
I'll go find some rags and stuff.
Yeah.
And start stuffing them in the holes.
All right, you walk up and start stuffing rags in the first hole that you see. As you walk up and expose yourself to its direct blast, give me another Constitution.
Oh, nice.
Join us. Join
23.
us.
You are immune to the effects of the mist for the duration of. You stuff them in, and sure enough, it stops it up.
Nice.
Everyone who's inside the building, give me a perception check.
That's a 13 for me because it's -1.
Zopa, you hear, as you stuff that second hole up, you hear a sound like pressure increasing. From inside the
wall. Okay. So let's not plug all of them, but it should still dampen.
I am thinking the exact opposite. So that leaves only one voice who hasn't been heard, and that's Cheshire's. Should we plug the rest, or should we not?
I mean, if Cheshire heard that, he's going to get tired of this pillar and be clearly, there is no way out. Plugging it should create a way out.
Yeah.
That seems like a win.
Well, let's plug it and then everyone leave the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, so you plug all of the masks. And step out. Again, you do hear this increase in pressure. While they're doing this inside, what are the rest of you doing out of it? You've regained your ability to move and speak. Nikki does offer to help you to your feet, Millie.
I will accept this.
Are you okay? You looked like you were a million miles away for a minute there.
You could say that, yes.
She was 42.1 inches away if you count molecule to molecule.
I suck. I'm terrible. Sorry. I'll try to do better, I guess.
Okay, well, I marched over to Triss.
It was drugs.
No, they're all disappointed in me. I've done a really bad
job.
Grab you by your cheek hair. It was drugs.
No, I don't think so. I think they really are disappointed in me. That wasn't drugs. That was way too real. And
who's disappointed in you?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, then stop being disappointed in yourself.
It doesn't work
I'm
that
talking
way.
shit about my sister.
Yeah.
I'm talking... It's all of me's. The all of me's are...
The earlier yous, fuck them. What have they ever done for you? Except the horse. The horse is nice.
Even the horse was disappointed in me.
Get the horse out here and we'll talk.
What'd you say, Millie?
I don't remember.
Oh. The rest
I turn into Wendy.
Come walking out to this scenario.
I turn into the horse.
Poof.
Well, all I could think of when Jedryn said, "Get the horse out here and we'll talk," and they're just pulling a knife out, well, we're just gonna talk.
I turn into the horse.
100% how it came across.
As you turn into the horse, you don't feel any special sense of disappointment wash over you. You just you as a horse.
How does Wendy feel about me now that I'm Wendy?
Fine. There's no.
Disappointed in me, Wendy.
Yeah, there's no emotional shift. You're not aware of any subtext of emotion that you weren't aware of before.
Okay. I guess I turn back into Triss.
All right.
See? The horse isn't mad at you. Hold on a second, I got a blank.
Nikki says, I don't know about any ancient weapons, but I might just, go huff one of those masks.
Don't, man.
You all look
That
like
was
you're having a great time.
No. Not
You're-
having a great time.
Well, admittedly, you're a Vangle follower, so maybe, yeah, go chew.
I just saw 1,000 past lives be very unhappy with me. It was not a pleasant experience. A lot of them were elves. My gods, a lot of them were elves.
Maybe
And I just felt, did you know that we're made up of a complex interaction of fields entangling with one another that creates the illusion of solidity and stability? Because I didn't, and I'd rather not.
She leans over to Cheshire and says, is this how people become wizards?
Not how I did it, but apparently I was never a wizard, so I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
we know
let's
it was
see.
in Gandalf's pipe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You don't hear any explosion or any blast. It's been plugged up for a minute now.
Back inside.
Normally I kill the things that hurt my siblings, but I don't know how to kill past lives.
They're already dead, so...
And they're not actually mad at you because it was the drugs.
They're mad at me, though. I've done a bad job.
Why are you mad?
Bad job at what?
Dad becoming a devil, us getting an old situation.
That was Dad. Dad is to blame for Dad.
Yeah, but I could have
Dad
stopped
did
him.
that
I
to
knew
Dad.
what he was going to do. I knew he was leaving. I could have stopped him. I could have
He's his own person. You're not the boss of him.
But I knew what he was going to do.
He made that choice for himself.
I
That
know
wasn't your
16
choice
ways
to
that
make.
he could have snuck away from you. 16. No, 17.
But could he have snuck away from all 6 of us?
Yes, he's
Clearly he did.
Yeah.
done it many times.
Are you
If I
disappointed
warned
in
you
me
all...
or Jedryn?
He would have waited until we were all. He would have waited until we were all asleep except Gix, and then he would have given Gix a rotted deer carcass and just scampered off.
Okay, that's true.
Just like that one time on Grim Day. You remember that Grim Day? Just like that.
Yeah, I remember that Grim Day. I hate Grim Day.
Yeah, sure. You said
That's
you're going back in
terrible
and
holiday.
re-examining?
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check this time.
Cheshire, I know you're not the smartest tool in the tool, but I believe in you.
You made me write a letter to Mr.
worked.
Baker, and that wasn't my fault that his window broke.
You're feeling around on it, and you feel like a little piece of metal jutting out from the rust. And you depress that piece of metal.
I found a thing,
It
and
opens,
I pressed it.
Like it spins open, displaying a ladder. And more of that steam comes billowing out from the ladder.
Don't come in yet.
If I cast Lesser Restoration, can I make this poison thing go away?
What are you casting it on?
Myself.
Yeah.
Hey, it worked. Okay.
It goes away. You're no longer suffering any of the effects.
All right, I'm going to throw that on the other 2 people who were poisoned then and blow all of my 2nd level spell slots.
Okay.
Because, here, everybody feel better.
Your wisdom returns to normal, and any last lingering effects will fade.
That's better. What else do you use these spell slots for, right?
You're standing over this still, Cheshire?
Yep.
So yeah, looking down in there, you can see it's very thick with this fog. Almost as if maybe everything that was pouring out from the top mouths has been backed up down into the sub.
I wonder how that happened.
Oh.
So I'll let it escape for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll start climbing down.
Yeah, should we unclog the masks or?
I mean, should we? Yes. Are we?
Are we?
Is there?
I'm following you down as soon as you go down. So,
if we unclogged like one of them, say like this one, is there anything that we have that we can like funnel the mist out and away from inside? Does anyone have any stuff?
Like a hose? Like
right, essentially, yeah. Like what's on the war wagon? Like I don't know what's on the war wagon, so like maybe there's stuff on there that we can.
Got some alchemical equipment that does have a few tubes and things and vials. Actually, collecting it would be pretty awesome if you want to do that. But that would only get us so far.
Right.
You know, we can collect probably a little bit of it from one of them, but once that thing is full,
Yeah, I don't have anything that would work.
Probably only help for like a minute or so.
I'm just going to unstopper that one and warn everyone, hey, there's...
It starts, like, you get, like, blasted in the face with it when you unstop.
Well, no, set it up so you stick, like, the hose in and collect it or whatever, but that's only going to last a tiny, tiny bit. And I'm staying the fuck out of there until you guys drag me in. So.
Is it safe to come here or, no.
No.
I don't want to see the spaces between the spaces.
Basically, I'll give you the equipment, Zopa, but I'm not going in there until you can assure me that,
While you're messing with this, Cheshire and Korggix, you both climbing down or just Cheshire?
Yeah, actually, do we keep a hold of any Sir Sasha's limbs?
No.
I don't think you disposed of them yet.
Would maybe those work as a tube?
No.
I mean, not really. I mean, they're like,
if you
look like
out
inside
and,
Tric.
You just skin it, and you have like a flesh tube.
No.
It's kind of like making sausage, but not.
I mean,
Yeah, it's fine. It'll work.
Could you possibly rig something up? Maybe. Is it going to be effective? No.
At the worst
She
case
says
scenario,
no.
we just have, a new bag. That's all.
Yeah.
No. No.
All right. So
Or a hat.
you start coming down the stair or down the ladder, Cheshire first.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start coming down the ladder, you can see that at the foot of the ladder, there are these various symbols, various markings. And the X is literally directly beneath your feet.
And Gix is right above me, right?
Gix is right above you, so Gix can look down and see this as well. Gix, in fact, we're going to just go ahead and say for brevity and simplicity's sake that Gix is on the ladder as well. The rest of you cannot see what's going on down there.
Most of the rest of us aren't even in the
Probably
room.
just as well.
And there are masks down here that are also pouring out the gas.
Can I do some kind of arcana check to see if this rings any bell when I was stalking that wizard?
Sure. Go ahead and make an arcana check.
Cheshire, you did it once. You do 2 in a row. Oh shit,
Yes.
you can.
You notice that the X and all of the places that are marked with an X on this floor are glyphs of warding.
And I'm already standing on one of the exits.
You're directly above it, yes.
Okay, well, I will try to ballet jump my way away from that X to land not on it.
Okay. Give me a athletics check or acrobatics.
Really wish I would have known that you would have thrown it, or you were going, or I would have thrown you.
All right. So you drop off of the stairs, but not quite as deftly as you would have hoped. You land with one foot on the rune and kick it off.
Sorry, Korggix, this is going to hurt.
I need you and Gix to make dexterity saving throws.
I can do that at least semi well. That means I'm going to fuck it up, though, since I said I can do it well. 20.
All right, Korggix, you will take half. And Cheshire will take full. 19 thunder. As you all, not that blast you were waiting to hear. You hear it.
Once I do hear it, I'll run over and look down the hole. Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess we gotta run in there.
I'm
make sure
not
you're
any
okay.
more dead than usual.
So, yeah, all right. I'll start climbing down.
You're going to climb down as well? Anybody else coming down, or the rest of you staying up top?
I'm wondering if I have a past life that's resistant or immune to poison more than I am. Like, I don't know, a snake? Do I remember being some kind of snake that's immune to poison?
Some kind of snake that's immune to poison.
Yeah, because they make poison.
Roll a d20.
Okay, I can do that. Maybe. There we go.
No.
No. I'm not going to be anything that's more resistant to poison than I am. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll run in anyway.
All right.
So they
They're
landed
hurt.
on this.
I got to fix them.
Landed on this X.
Oh.
The stairs, the ladder ends here. You also notice as soon as Cheshire gets blown off the wall and bounces onto his feet, the X, a quick flash of light moves along the outline of the X, and then it stops again, indicating to you that it is probably reset.
Oh my god. Watch out for the accidents.
With your result, however, Cheshire, you do know that if you are able to deface those symbols, you can basically disarm the glyphs.
Right.
It would require either a dexterity thieves' tools check, or you can also dispel magic on them.
I cannot do either of those. I'm going to wait for someone who's actually decent at a thing.
All right. So Triss hops onto the top of the ladder. Now there's 3 of you on the ladder. Nobody else can get on the ladder, but until somebody moves.
Gix, do you want me to just climb over you?
Well, I had to make a save too. So am I on the? Did I get hit off of the ladder, or did I hold on?
No, you're still holding on to the ladder because you made your save. You swung around to the other side of the ladder and held on.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to jump.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Athletics check, you said?
Yep, or acrobatics if you prefer.
Will it?
Oh, God.
Why do I always fail athletics with a +3?
So the good news is you jumped pretty far. The bad news is you landed exactly on this other X, which causes everyone to go ahead and make a dex save that is down there.
Of course.
Welcome.
Hey, are you guys? Oh.
Oh, I'm just done. Never mind. I'm out.
On my deck save.
All right. 15s or better take half.
Oh, can I
20
react
thunder.
with absorb elements, by the way?
You can.
Uh,
I was fine. Everybody else I wasn't really thinking about.
I'm out.
You're unconscious?
No. I'm just like, I'm down to almost half, and I'm like, yeah,
There's a
I can't.
kablam, and Rat comes scurrying back out of the tunnel like, nope.
Nope. Look, you guys are risking your lives down there. If you want me to heal you, have to come out. Because I can't get down there without dying. Because I'm halfway down the ladder and I get zapped. So that's too dangerous. This is not worth it.
And you say that X, that's right, here is the bottom of the ladder, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to blow anyone up, so it's up to you guys. Do you want me to join you?
I'm good.
I mean, if you can get down here, you can possibly disarm these things.
There's now room for 2 more on that ladder if Jedryn and Millie do want to hop on.
Yeah.
No.
That's a horrible idea.
If Jedryn comes down, I can always get the decanter and just brute force my way through these glyphs.
You can.
Just a few shocks between defilings, you know?
Right.
You can't survive it.
We don't
So you-
have to explore this place.
Truth. So
We've already
acrobatics
invested
or
so much
athletics,
time.
you say?
Acrobatics or athletics, yes. You need a 15 to miss the...
Son of a...
Nope.
That's not a 15. Everybody make a deck save that's down there, please.
Son of a...
So did you...
I'll absorb elements again, too. So.
You only want... Well, yeah, okay. It's another turn, so sure, why not?
Oh my God, Cheshire.
Well, it would still.
I'm so sorry, brother.
Until the end of the turn.
If you kill me, that would be amazing.
All right, so that's only 9 for if you failed.
Oh.
All right, this isn't so bad. I don't know what you guys are worried about. I'm only taking like 2 or 4 damage each time.
You all start to hear some shrieking coming from
Further
deeper
in
into
or
the-
outside?
Deeper in, like underneath.
Okay.
You also, Millie, you start to feel not so much like a planar hole, but like a rippling in the planar fabric.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Coming from below.
What
I'm
is
going
it,
to
Millie?
feed Cheshire a potion.
Sensing a ripple in the planar fabric.
So, like that place we went to with all the round zombie things.
I'm going to detect portal.
Okay. And that's in the Ranger subclass, right?
Yes.
Exact how that works?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Let me look at the specifics of what that will tell you.
As an action, you detect the distance and direction of the closest planar portal within 1 mile.
Oh,
And
wow.
there's no barriers prevent that.
Correct.
So you actually have the unique experience of sensing multiple, and they're all largely equidistant. They're all probably within, and they're like pinholes, but they're all within, I would say, about 300 feet of that entrance, sort of scattered throughout there.
Lots of tiny portals. That way.
You would say
Guys?
probably a half a dozen, give or take.
Like half a dozen-ish.
Do we need to close them lest the universe get destroyed?
I really hope not.
Because that was the case last time.
Guys, getting out might be a plan.
Right.
Cheshire, Gix, do we really need to do this?
Already committed so much.
You all do hear that shrieking coming from deeper in the tunnels as well. It sounds like almost like a chorus of incoherent spectral voices.
Maybe they're friendly.
Gibbering.
We all hear that
spectral
too
voices.
from where we are.
You can hear a little bit of but it sounds much more distant from where you're at. Definitely sounds like, it sounds like ghostly chatter.
I'm going to try and disarm the one that's at the base, just so we can stop blowing ourselves up.
Go ahead and make a dexterity thieves tools check. As you reach to disarm it, you see it light back up.
Right? It's like blinking. No.
You disarm the first one.
Yay. Seriously, maybe we should just go up and rethink the situation.
I'm already rethinking the situation.
Each of you go ahead and give
Well,
me...
if they follow us up, we have a choke point, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm heading to the door.
Each of you go ahead and give me a perception check, please. It's down there.
That's down there. Okay. Being at the top of the ladder doesn't help.
I'll let you make it with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. So you all very clearly hear slurping noises coming from down there as well.
There's things down there, guys.
And they do sound like they're getting closer.
I turn to Jedryn. Why are our brothers so stupid? Zopa, you know better than this.
No answer.
All right. Are you going to disarm more of these things? Gix, did you move off of that?
I would like to assume that I have.
Right.
I've just kind of left myself wherever I was plopped down here when I.
That one lights back up as well.
Oh, but was it not lighting up the whole time I was standing on
your
it?
bodies.
Right?
Stocks.
I have to go down there and save your asses. I'm going to be so mad.
I'm just standing, looking down the ladder, guys, just.
I'm going to yell back up to Millie. I'm going to yell back up to Millie. You wouldn't even shoot me with an arrow when I asked you to.
It's fair. So Cheshire, Gix, let's just go back up. Maybe those things will climb over this and a gesture to all the letters on the floor and blow themselves up, and then we can come back down.
Ooh.
But you go first, and then we'll follow.
Yeah. I just put my hand over their shoulder. I'm like, yeah, we'll be right up.
Fine. I start climbing.
All right.
We're going to die.
I didn't need brothers, no. Sisters are fine.
All right, Zopa, you climb up to the top.
Hi, Zopa. Welcome back.
As that
There's Slitherin slurping down there.
Yeah, I heard it. It sounds bad.
Yeah.
All right, and Cheshire and Korggix, what are you doing?
Once I see Zopa is fully up, I'll be like, oh no, my wrist is... Oh no. And then I'm going to wait for the slurping, sucking source to...
Oh man, I got shocked by that lightning a few times. My feet fell asleep.
Yeah, I'll take a little while for it to wake up.
Climb the ladder anymore.
How deep is the ladder? Is it 15 feet or...
It's 30 feet down.
Okay, so there's not really a good angle to stand up there with a bow and shoot anything coming at them. We pretty much can't even see them, right?
Right. I mean, you can, it's dark. And they have there is that mist down there. Well,
I have dark vision, which helps with that, but it's not going to help with the mist. Brothers are stupid.
I mean, if sight's a thing, I have dancing lights cantrip.
You can cast it if you like.
Yeah, I could pop up some globules
All right.
for people to see.
You pop up the globules. What are those of you up top doing while they're waiting for this to happen?
Being
Waiting for my trustworthy brothers to come back up.
Leaning in the doorway with my arms folded, going, waiting for the screaming to start.
As long as I think it's okay to breathe in here, I'm waiting at the top of the ladder for either I'm going to have to go down and get them because they've killed themselves or help them when they get out, but I'm not going down there if I don't have to.
Millie, you can feel at least 4 of those planar pinpricks moving closer to the ladder.
The portals are coming closer. I don't know what that means, but it's probably not great.
Interesting.
And about that time, Korggix and Cheshire, you both see 2 large pools, probably about 10 feet in diameter, of like ultra black ichor. Like the kind of black that light does not reflect from. With like tentacles that reach down from them made of the same ichor, like slurping up and down toward the floor, crawling along the ceiling toward you.
Oh.
Yeah, the last time I dealt with one of these, I almost died unironically. Or its distant cousin, the slime or whatever it was.
Fine. So then I'll put my hand on Gix and cast Thunderstep to the top of the ladder.
All right. You all appear up top.
I could have tidal waved.
Why do you tell me that now?
Well, no, I could still do it now. I could do it down the hole. Are they still coming?
Seem to be, yeah.
All right.
I'm moving back out of the way.
I'm going to cast Tidal Wave, and I'm going to twin it into that hole.
Okay, 2 seconds.
I'm hoping one of 2 things happens: that they become dispersed because water, or I just make a giant one. Because I introduced a liquid to it.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Either of those is possible, I suppose.
Well, remember when the blood men merged and squooshed together, so that is a thing that could happen.
Oh. And Zopa. All right, so what are you casting down this hole?
2 tidal waves, a twinned tidal wave.
What's tidal wave?
I conjure up a wave of water, crashes down on an area within range. The area can be 30 feet
so
long.
You can't twin it.
Oh,
yeah.
Rip. Well, that saves my fucking sorcery points. So that's fine. I'm still throwing a tidal wave down there.
So they need to save against what?
Dex.
Okay.
A dex of 12 is the save. And if they make it, they just take half damage.
And if they fail it, they get moved. Is that correct?
They get knocked prone, which I assume that they don't get knocked prone because
they're immune to that condition.
But it extinguishes all flames and spreads out in all directions, the water. So if there was any flames, or maybe it's enough pressure to activate the tiles underneath.
I mean, that
was the idea, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely the idea.
All right.
How many tiles were down there?
Make that save. What's your save DC?
It's 12.
Holy shit! They made their save.
Wow.
So they take half of 17 then.
All right. Excellent. They squeal and screech and come dashing up. So let's go ahead and just get ourselves some initiatives while we're on the subject.
I was really hoping that water was going to be enough to get those plates to go off on them and zap them through the water, but
unfortunately not.
Magic is slightly more discerning in whose ass it kicks.
Mm-hmm. Would have been cool, though. Gix would have looked like he knew what he was doing for once.
Second, well, I got to start putting these encounters on one map when I know you're going to split the party at every door.
Yeah. I have done that. Let's put the whole dungeon on one map.
All I heard was split the party at every door. That's all I heard.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Now, they are not up on this floor yet. You got that going for you. And I will roll for Nikki. Sir Sasha is not in a position where she can really be involved.
Sasha's waiting in the wagon.
Oh, maybe that's what we could do. We could draw them into the ballista fire.
So, Zopa, the first action is yours. And you can hear them sort of slurping toward the ceiling. They're definitely dripping with water now at this point.
Okay.
And they are aggravated by that. What was it, half a 19 they took?
17, half a 17.
And it's thunder?
It was bludgeoning, I think, which they're probably resistant to. Hold on, let me check.
It's magical bludgeoning, so maybe not.
Yeah, bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So they're still in the
They're still
ladder
on the ceiling downstairs at the start of the turn.
I will do a held action to shoot one when it pokes its self out of the hole.
Beautiful. Millie, what would you like to do?
I'm going to ready my axes for whenever I catch eyesight of these things.
Excellent. So you're just holding an action, going to throw an axe as soon as you see one, or are you going to get close enough to chop?
Yeah, I'm going to throw an axe.
All right, excellent.
I guess I'll move into the room. That makes things easier.
Cheshire, what would you like to do?
I'm going to stand right next to the portal and use my bonus action to do the undeady thing, and then immediately get rid of those temporary hit points by casting Armor of Agathis.
All right, excellent. Nikki is going to draw her spear, or her halberd, I should say. Yeah, I know it's her turn. And a nudge in. Oops, excuse me. Oh, just let me squeeze past you here. Triss, your action. What would you like to do?
I'm thinking of summoning some animals to help, but I'm still worried about this. Is the room still full of poisonous gas, or is that not a problem anymore?
It is still seeping out now from from two locations. One from the mask that was unplugged, and two from the bottom of the stairs or of the ladder.
Okay, because I want to summon some animals to help us that aren't going to just pass him out immediately from poison.
I was going to say it'd be embarrassing to summon a couple of celestial lions and then have them just lie there tripping balls.
Yeah, exactly. So,
they're like on their back, like patting a string that isn't there and shit.
Exactly. So I don't want to summon some tigers and just have them pass out. So I'm trying to
it's just catnip.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if I summoned a big snake or something, but I'm not having much luck in finding an animal that I can summon. So I guess I'll just cast Produce Flame to throw at somebody if they come within range of me.
All right.
Thinking about potential animals that I could cast later.
Okay, so the good news is that 3 of you have readied attacks when this one springs forth. The fashion in which it springs forth, though, is not quite maybe what you would have expected. Rather than it being like a whole-ass creature come shooting out, you just see 3 pseudopods, like tentacles of this blackness, shoot out toward Korggix and Cheshire. 2 at Cheshire, 1 at Gix. And, if I could get all of your attack rolls that we're holding.
Ooh.
Okay, Zopa, you shoot and miss. Triss, you absolutely do not miss. Dealing at 13 fire. And Millie, both attacks hit. Make their con
And
save.
crit.
Yep. They fail, so they die.
Say what?
It failed its con save, so it dies.
Yes.
As the axes carve through, the creature turns to ash and is utterly destroyed.
Damn. Those murder axes are terrifying.
As they fly back into your hands, you see the blackness on the blades, like trying to go in the way that the blood did, and it's like undulating. Like something's not okay with that.
It's just kind of going.
Tastes bad.
That brings us to Korggix. What would you like to do?
Putting haste on myself in Cheshire.
Excellent. You kick up haste.
Yep.
The next planar pudding, its tentacles come shooting out, doing the same thing. Right, first 2 are going at Cheshire. The third is going at Korggix. 25 and 19 both hit?
Both hit, yeah.
You have +2 to your AC
Ooh.
from
Because
haste.
of the haste.
Then
And don't forget your
one
armor,
hit.
your armor of Agathis too. Does that give you a bonus?
Does not give me a bonus. It gives me temporary hit points, and then it will take damage while I still have it up.
So only the 25 hits, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
You will take 5 bludgeoning and 17 acid.
Okay, and then it takes 15 cold.
Okay.
5 and 17.
And does that get through all of your magical armor?
Yeah.
All your temporary hit points?
Yeah, so I lose 7 hit points in total.
All right. And it takes no damage from that cold.
Figured that might happen, yeah.
Are you wearing actual armor?
Yep.
Your armor, you see, start to dissolve, and it suffers a -1 penalty to the AC that it offers.
Oh.
Does that reduce the penalty to 0?
No.
Yeah, you see parts of it starting to like eat away. And Korggix, with your upped AC, I assume a 10 does not hit you? All right. That brings us to our next round of combat. Zopa, what would you like to do?
I'm going to go ahead and shoot it again. And then I got to step away real quick.
Sure.
I'm going to miss.
Fire and a miss. Millie. Yeah.
Who's the dog barked?
Choppa.
Millie?
All right. You throw, and
She's chopping in.
first one flies past it. It like pulls its tentacle out of the way. The second one hits and crits. And as it flies back to your hand, you realize that It didn't actually deal any damage to the creature.
Second.
Like, it cut through, and then it just sort of folded back over where the cut happened. And I just need to check one more thing.
Cosmic nuh-uh.
Did that one change from the first one? Because the first one it killed, and the second one it... Ooh.
Yeah,
It's because it wasn't lit on fire first.
No, it's because the axe has a special effect, which is if both axes crit,
If
they have to
both
make a
axes-
con save.
Or die.
And if not, they die, which is not damage.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just, you're dead now.
However, these things...
Wait, does it matter that I was dealing force damage and not slashing damage?
Does it turn the whole thing into force?
It does, yeah.
Then yes. Sort of. You'll deal your damage. Yes. So it will take... well, it matters twice, yeah, because it can't split. Because it's force, not lightning. So... or force, not slashing. So it will take 23 points of force damage.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting that. Yes. But yeah, it becomes very clear to you when you hit it that, like, if you don't get that kill effect off, the axes aren't going to, in and of themselves, hurt them. You'll have to either pump them with your planar damage or get both hits.
That is good to know, because only one of my attacks can deal force damage.
Yep. All right. That brings us to Cheshire.
I'm going to swing at it. I'm assuming a 12 misses.
Yeah, a 12 does miss. It just sort of loops around your attack. Same with the 14. The spry little bastard. The 15 hits. What are you hitting with?
Holy crap. Necrotic.
Okay.
So it is 12 necrotic plus another... Oh, no, sorry. I did out everything. So 15 necrotic in total.
With a weapon or spell?
The grave touch ability I have, I can turn my damage into necrotic damage. And if I do that, I get to add an extra d6.
All right. You hit it, and this wave sort of ripples over it. And as the wave ripples over its surface, and it sort of like uses its pseudopods to pull its main mass out through the hole. And for the briefest of seconds, you can see like that landscape of the dead that you were in before, like shimmering in its surface. Almost as if that attack has aligned it with that plane.
Oh, shit. I'm going to take a step back. Sure. You can do that.
Nikki is going to charge it with her halberd swinging and letting out a...
The phenomenal Xena cry.
I do not like the black tapioca.
That will hit. It will deal 4 damage, which has no effect on the pudding and causes it to split. And she says, "Oh shit, I didn't know that."
Yeah. But each one's smaller, right?
Each one is has half the originals rounded down and one size smaller. And I also need all of you to make a charisma saving throw.
All of us?
Yep.
Even those of us prudently standing by the door trying to get the fuck out?
Anyone who's within 30 feet of the creature.
Yeah, that's all of us.
I'm not good at charisma saves.
I'm not good at math.
The only one exempt is Sir Sasha and Slaughter, who are smart.
All right, who failed on a 15?
Failed on a 15?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be me.
Most of us.
Oh, wait. Oh. A 15 is the target number.
Yes.
Okay, I got a 15. That was why I was confused.
All right, then you're fine. Triss, I need you to roll a d10 for me. If you get a 10, roll it again.
Okay, that's not alarming. I did
Yes,
not.
Fran?
I got a 9.
That's good-ish. It's good adjacent. Cheshire, I know. Oh, you're fine. You made your save. Ix, you're fine. You made your save. Zopa. Zopa disappears. Now, Zopa, as you're looking around, you can see everyone else in like a misty sort of parody of vision.
I found the One Ring. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But they all seem to be looking around like they don't see you. And none of you can see Millie or Chris, as the two of you are overwhelmed with brightness. Immediately heal any damage or conditions you might have been suffering from.
Hey.
And this place is utterly familiar to you, Millie, as you are standing in the highest brilliance.
Oh. Okay.
Now, I've heard if you come here too often, you get cancer.
If you come there too often, you become cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, and let me roll for Nikki and see what she gets.
I'm going to go hold Millie's hand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Excellent. Nikki also disappears in a puff of brimstone and smoke.
Oh, she's not going to the happy place, is she?
No, she is going to a happy place, just not
Happy
your
for her.
happy place.
I'm surprised I didn't end up in, where would I end up? No, I wouldn't really end up. I get reincarnated. I don't end up anywhere.
All right. That brings us to Triss. As you are currently in the highest brilliance, what would you like to do?
I hold Millie's hand. I'm like, ah!
All right.
Is it my turn to get transported to another plane? I get to see the adventure with you this time, sister.
All right.
Welcome to my birth plane.
Korggix, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Excellent.
And Cheshire move back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will move back, but I'll be in the front a bit more. Like here, I guess. And then that's it. That's all I got.
All right. That brings us to the planar puddings. They are going to slink their way forward. And 15 and let go of a multi-attack routine on you, Korggix.
Okay.
8, I assume, misses.
It also misses my duplicate.
20. Well, you have to anytime you are hit, you then roll to see if you duplicate.
Oh, I have to roll after that? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Oh, well then I'm never gonna get hit
So
then. This is perfect.
Well, that means that the first duplicate got
Got
hit,
next.
and so they're gone.
Wait, what? On what now? I didn't get hit yet.
Right. No, you got hit on the 20 though, right?
Yeah, I can react on a shield.
Oh, you're gonna throw a shield up to
Yeah. Sorry, 23 AC.
Okay. That's funny. Well, you got hit now. And go ahead and roll
3.
Roll a d20.
Okay.
All right. So
I think I have to roll a 6 or
better.
higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the first one gets popped. So you've got 2 left.
Right.
And then this planar pudding is going to move toward you.
Bloop, bloop.
And lay out the same brand of ass whipping. Your shield is still in effect, so you're still AC 23.
Yep.
None of those hit.
Yeah, I'm doing my job. Yeah.
Zopa, what would you like to do in the border ethereal?
So I can see everybody, but they're like all shadowy and such. Do I see the puddings?
Yes. And they are not shadowy and such.
I'm just going to go ahead and try shooting one here, too. See what it does.
That should be terrifying from my point of view.
You're so
25.
distracted. You just see an
That
arrow.
will hit.
Does it do anything?
It's piercing damage, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
but it's not magical.
7 of it.
Okay. Do I get sneak attack for Gix being next to it?
Yes.
Sweet. So that's 9 more piercing. I should hang out here more often. I can hit you.
Excellent.
Magic items that let you
I think we could probably arrange that.
Yeah.
Right?
As you put the arrows in it, they disappear for a second. And those of you in the physical plane see 2 arrows shoot out of that planar pudding. Or see 1 arrow shoot out of the planar pudding.
Nice.
Yeah.
Millie,
Yeah, I was about to say I'm yelling, Millie.
do we not have a Jedryn in the initiative order?
I thought I rolled.
I see arrows appearing out of the aether, and I assume that we're going to have another problem like we did before. So now Gix is full panic.
You might recognize the arrows themselves as belonging to.
I guess I don't. I thought I rolled one, but I don't see me.
Realized we
Are
hadn't
you rolling
gotten it
on
yet.
D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I'm rolling
That's
on
your
Beyond.
problem.
I haven't seen him popping up.
Okay.
My D&D Beyond roll worked earlier, so maybe Astral logged you out because Astral.
No. Well, Astral is Astral rolling for me now? Because I'm clicking in Astral and I'm not seeing anything.
Log it.
Can you guys
That's
hear
Astral.
me? Am I a ghost?
I was banished for real.
Okay, I'm going to roll in Beyond and tell you the result.
That works for me.
Is a 20.
Oh, it just told me that you rolled a custom 16 on my end, so
Okay.
that's fucking weird.
Maybe I'm guessing I have.
Well,
logged
I'm going
out
to go
of
ahead and
Astral
give you 2 rounds because I skipped you. So what would you like to do?
Okay. Well, first I'm going to because Astral logged me out. Password is required. I gave you the password.
It doesn't believe you.
It's
Lying
1,
poopy
2,
bag.
3, 4, 5.
Quick, change the combination on my luggage.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was really hoping somebody would get the reference.
Oh, we got it.
There are 2 planar puddings. So I'm stepping up next to the door so that I can slam it shut, and I'm yelling, "Get out! The door's held it in before!" And then
Oh, we got this.
I'm going to shoot one of them with a net. Well, no, but I just saw fucking arrows come out. Like,
Oh no, this was the round before that, so you technically haven't seen that yet.
okay, all right. So, well, then in that case, I'm a shoot-a-fucker. So, I'm gonna guess 13 does not hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay, so that was 1 round. Second round, I continue shouting, "Go, you stupid fuckers!" And does a 19? Oh wait, no, much higher than that. Does a 23 hit?
A 23 does hit. Are
Okay,
you shooting
good.
the one that's already wounded?
I would definitely be trying to.
All right, go ahead and give me your
So-
damage.
I'm assuming I don't get sneak attack on these guys.
Korggix is within 5 feet, so I wouldn't.
Oh, okay. So 5 points of just regular arrow to the head damage, and then
It's really cool. I see your rolls in D&D Beyond because I'm in your campaign with that tool. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
yep.
So
And then
13?
8 further, 8 further
Excellent.
points of pointy pokey damage.
So that one dies.
Sweet.
And when it dies...
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, of course it does. Yeah.
I mean, what kind of fight would it be if I'm not, spread up against the wall, getting decanted?
And your healers are on another plane, so we can't help you.
Well, Jedryn has the
Jedryn has the decanter. Yeah.
You see it kind of like fold in on itself, and then you hear a popping noise, and a bunch of light starts spraying out from the hole, and you can vaguely see two humanoid shapes, one much taller than the other, on the other side of that portal. A portal opens directly in front of Millie and Triss in the highest brilliance.
What's all right,
Millie?
And that brings us to Millie.
Portal just opened in front of us back to the regular plane.
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to grab Triss. Oh, we're already holding hands.
Yeah. Drag me along.
Hand, I'm just going to run us through that portal.
Sounds good.
All right, the two of you come popping out of the portal. For you, it's not that jarring, Millie. You've made this trip before. For Triss, the sudden reintroduction to the material plane is unsettling. As you feel like it's the sensation of having years shaved off your life, of being cut off from a sense of vitality. Like everything.
You feel your body begin to die around you. Again,
Right.
Which is a thing that you didn't know it was doing before, but you do now.
Right. You become acutely aware of your mortality as you step back into the physical plane.
Okay. That's alarming. I don't like that.
That was just movement, Millie, so would you like to act?
Yeah, do I still have any movement left?
Yeah, that was 5 feet to step through the portal.
Cool, excellent. Yeah, I'm just going to move over here a little bit. And I'm going to throw some axes at the thing.
Excellent. All right, first one hits. Second one hits. They both crit. It makes its con save. We'll see.
It tries. It's a really high con save.
Those things are nutty.
Those are very overpowered for our level.
Yes.
They're really not. Our CR
It needed to roll a 19 to make the con save.
Those things, that axes, yes, are absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
I meant the axe. No. The axe.
So this one also implodes, and as the portal opens from this one, you see Nikki come like barreling ass over tea kettle out of the portal, like gasping, and she like looks up at you and says, "Millie, you got to stop using those on those things."
It's so fun.
Where did you go?
Choking Vangle, and you see like the ichor on it, like bubbling on the edges of the blades.
I'm just gonna like wipe them off.
Maybe he's into that kind of thing.
I don't want to forget.
All right,
I don't want to make Mangle mad because then I can't use them anymore.
I need a new brain.
All right.
To be fair, these axes would be way more overpowered if I didn't have a -1 to my strength mod.
That's true. And she starts like coughing, and she says, "He was really unhappy about that. Are they dead? Can we leave?"
They're dead. My bad. Now I know.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they're dead, there's no reason not to go down and find out.
There were hundreds more.
That was easy. I still got 2 images.
Can I still hear, like, leaning down over the tunnel?
Noises.
Can I hear them?
Make a perception check.
That was 2. I sensed like somewhere around 6 individual mini portals. I just have a bad feeling about continuing this exploration that we don't have to do.
I don't hear anything, but can you still sense mini portals?
Well, we'd have to take a rest. I'm a little out of it right now.
I get it.
We've already committed so much.
Have we though?
With your perception of 10, all you really get out of it is that you definitely hear that moaning, that ghostly sort of chatter.
And these things didn't make that noise, did they?
Those things did not make that noise, no.
I
Or other things down there.
I'm going to attempt to use my ghost speaker ability and verbally communicating with undead, going, "Hello." See if I can talk to them.
You hear like, "Release, please release us."
Oh, the undead down there want to be released.
Of course they do.
Did you say that out loud?
What kind? Yeah.
I feel like I have to do that.
What kind of release are they talking about before
Yeah, good
you
question.
do anything?
Do you mean to go to your next life?
Torment, terror, danger, pain, too much insight. The universe, it speaks.
They're very
Really
unhappy.
high.
They're being tormented down there. Poor spirits. I don't know if we're capable of freeing them, but I do feel that they need to be freed.
What
That
if they
also
were put
sounds
down
like
there
one thing
because
that
they
an evil
deserve to
spirit
be
would
down
do.
there? What was that, Ayli? Sorry.
Yeah. I said that sounds like something an evil spirit might say.
But they should go with Nemorga or whoever and go on to their next life. They shouldn't be trapped in this undeadness of, they need to go
Unless
on
this
to
is
wherever
where
they need to go.
Put them.
Does this look like a shrine in Nemorga to you? I don't think so.
Nikki runs over and dives into dives down.
Wait, no, Nikki!
Oh, God! Fran is crusty underwear. Nikki!
Guys, put some shit down there.
That's exactly what I'll do because everybody else convinced me that's a sister. So
Yeah, I turned to Jedryn. I guess you're right. She does belong in our family.
Yeah. Except she's apparently a brother.
Yeah.
Because our brothers are dumb. Could somebody disarm those traps before the rest of us go down there, though? Or
well,
set
the
them
one
off?
was done.
Was it done?
If you're counting on me, Korggix, or Nikki disarming the trap, that's going to be a no.
No.
If you want us to activate them,
We can do that all day.
Yes, we've noticed.
So Nikki, when you get down are you just jumping down, Gix, or are you climbing down?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not about to be outdone.
That's fair. So when you jump down, she's on the floor, what was the big deal down here? I didn't even set off a trap.
Are all the traps
No,
undone?
the other two are still
One is
absolutely active, but the one she landed on is fine. So
Yeah, I will tell her that. I'm like, you see all those scratch marks? Zopa cleaned this up somehow or undid it somehow. The other ones are very much so still going.
So could we just scratch up the other ones and call it a day?
You're more than welcome to try.
Do not do that without expert help from a rogue.
Well, get down here then.
How much effort does it take to trigger them? Or do we trigger them or disarm them?
We disarm them. Triggering them, they can reset.
Okay.
You are out of combat, by the way.
So I could summon something that would go down there and do something.
Fucking get down on the thing and go fix
I have rope.
stupid
We could,
stuff.
tie
And you
it to
don't
the
need rope.
opening
You need a
and-
tool and some
and
smart
swing across to
down in
Indiana
there.
Jones.
Indiana.
I'm sure that won't bite us in the ass when we're scrambling back and all
Everybody stop touching things until I get down there, I say, and I start climbing down the ladder.
Excellent.
I'm going to stay at the top until everything's disarmed. One lightning bolt is enough for me for a day.
Jedryn, you get to the bottom.
I'm also climbing down.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and very, very carefully advance on the traps and then see if I can disarm them.
All All right. I assume, Cheshire, you're going to point out where these, in fact, are for her?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a Thieves' Tools check.
Okay.
The rest of you are still up top, correct?
After Cheshire gets out of the way, I will follow.
I'm staying on top until this is
I rolled
done
a
with.
dirty 20.
All right. You disarm the second one.
Yep. Okay. Sprinkle a little chalk on it. That one's safe. Where's the next one?
Zopa, you
Is it
get
really
down to the
just...
bottom.
What'd you say?
Oh, Zopa gets down to the bottom. Go on.
So is it really just sort of a row of them like this, the way that it is on the map?
Yep, just the ones that are marked X.
Okay. Just the ones that are marked X. The other ones don't seem to have anything, or...
Yeah, they don't seem to be trapped.
Okay.
You're assuming that there's some sort of a puzzle that could be figured out here, or some sort of a key to walk
Yeah, but
through
fuck
this.
that crap.
Right?
Yeah.
Can I lend my expertise to help Jedryn?
Sure.
With the
you
last
can
one, giving
take this
advantage?
with advantage.
Okay. All right. So we do that. Come on, buddy. Do the thing. Not going to do the thing. There we are.
And is
That's
everybody
the
else going down the stairs at this point?
Live
then?
with this.
I think Triss and I are still up top.
Oh, we're still at the top. Yeah, waiting for the traps to get disarmed.
All right, you disarm the second trap.
Yep.
All of you who are downstairs who are not immune to the gas, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
How do you get immune to the gas if you've already been exposed to it?
If you get a natural 20, or you're immune to the poison condition. So
Thud.
as you disarm the second trap, Jedryn, you freeze in place as you see the trap start to jiggle under your hand, and then chains shoot out from underneath it, and it just starts to tip just enough that you can hear your father's screams from hell below. Please, you gotta save me! I made a mistake!
Dad, this was your own fault! No, don't fucking drag me down with you!
I assume that she's just yelling at the floor.
Right, she's yelling at the floor, and she's screaming, get the chains off, but you notice she can't move, you're paralyzed. So, as far as you're concerned, you're, pulling these hooks out of your flesh and whatnot, but no.
But I'm just kind of lying there.
Well, I don't think they should be near or on the traps, so I will pick them up.
So the chains lift you into the air and slam you against the ceiling.
Dad, you dumbass! This whole thing is your fault!
You look, and Chardoon has a hold of you, and he looks you straight in the face and goes,
No. Oh, no.
So I'm going to look over at Zopa, not knowing any of that's going on, but I guess it's all you.
It looks like she fixed that one.
Maybe disarm the drugs.
You got both.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to plug these things.
Well, I already did that before.
Yeah, but there's all these ones on the wall down here that is still leaking from.
Yeah, I don't know how many frostbites that's going to take a while.
You see Nikki is just kind of staring at the wall, drooling too.
Oh, no.
God damn it. So I was shouldering Jedryn before, but now I'll put them under my arm like I'm holding a barrel. And I'll walk over to Nikki, do the same thing. So I got one under each arm.
Holding you by your throat, Chardoon holds you out over the burning wreckage of the Golden City and says, "This is all your fault, Jedryn."
Halflings have advantage on fear saves, so I spit in his eye.
Very good.
Fuck you, Charlie!
War crime. I'm going to go ahead and plug these two.
Okay.
Just to see what it does.
More mist starts pouring out upstairs. I need
Oh, crap. No.
saves for Millie and Triss, please.
That skin tube I suggested earlier is sounding really good now, isn't it?
No, it's still not.
15 good enough.
15 is good enough. You are not affected by the gas.
Okay.
You can definitely smell it, though.
Oh, jeez.
Millie, you are again affected by the gas for 1 minute.
I drag Millie out of the room back to the wagon and where there's clear air in hopes that I'll speed along. And
By the time you
running
get
out
her
of
about to
spells.
the door, she regains her sense.
Takes me a whole minute to get her to the door?
Yeah, you're little and she's paralyzed. It's not just like it's not just like carrying a limp person. It's carrying a stiffened person.
Okay. How tall are you, Millie?
5'8".
I'm 5 feet.
I'm 5'8", but I have like very little like muscle mass. I do have a very like thin, willowy figure.
Yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, short story long, you all regain, and now basically about every 10 minutes that you're in this environment, you're going to need to save again.
Cool.
This is unpleasant, and I'm nearly out of restoration spells. Hell, I am nearly out of spells.
About that time, you start to hear this moaning getting closer.
Dandy.
Though it approaches and then stops.
Is that an outside of my head sound or an inside of my head sound?
Like the moaning continues, it's just not getting any closer anymore, as if they've reached like a barrier. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna push forward.
Yeah, I have my hands full, so I'm like trying to figure out like, do we put him upstairs or do I bring him with me?
Nikki and Jedryn shake loose of the paralysis.
Have you disarmed all the traps yet?
Yeah,
Sorta.
except for the big one.
Because you're making it more dangerous up here now, because Millie just get hit with it again.
I didn't do anything.
Correct. I was holding her the whole time.
Plural you. All of you.
I'm going to inspect one just to make sure there's not just like an on-off button that we just didn't notice.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. So there is, inside the roof of each mouth, there is a like irregular shaped hole. You get the impression that there's some sort of a key that could be put in there that would shut the system off. Now, you don't know if it's one key in one hole shuts the whole thing down, or if one key per mouth will do it. But you do know that something could shut that off. Now, with your thieves' tools, you could probably gum up. I would say you could gum up probably 2 of them.
I mean, just gumming them up hasn't seemed to be helping all that much,
Well,
and
no,
there's
but
that
you
pressure building sound that I'm a little worried about.
That's fair. That's fair. So as Cheshire and Nikki are moving deeper into the area, you can sort of hear the ghosts are starting to become a little bit more cogent. They're like, we haunt these grounds on the command of our god.
Who's that?
And Keeley. They demanded we keep this place safe. For the secrets herein. But it's been so long.
I'm just gonna draw my sword and sigh heavily. We've already pissed off every other god.
I like Keeley.
The creature looks down at your sword and says, "Please do not end us."
Put the sword back in. I'm like, okay, we only usually offer one kind of help. What type of help do you need?
If you retrieve the star, and if you're worthy heroes and can retrieve the star, then we can go to our rest.
What star are you talking about?
We are placed here to guard the Star of Chaos.
I'm going to put my hand on Cheshire's shoulder and be like, yeah, we should probably just turn around. I don't know if you've noticed, but we are the epitome of chaos so far. So
I'm listening. Where is this star?
Did you say something, Ayli?
I was just exclaiming about, Star of Chaos. That seems appropriate for us.
Oh, right on, fair.
Are Millie and I down there by now? Or
have you gone down? If you want to go down the stairs, then yes.
yeah, if things are disarmed enough, yeah.
I mean, there's disarmed
As they're going to get, yeah.
No. So yeah, you all. I'm sorry, and then you said something. I derailed my own train of thought. What were you saying, Cheshire?
Oh, just inquiring more about this Star of Chaos, because I'm going to assume that Cheshire has never heard of this.
The Mistwalker who's speaking says they retrieved it from the sky when Hadrada could find no home for it, and placed it here under our guard. It's in one of the chambers here. If it passes to the hands of the right heroes, we will go into rest.
Are we the right heroes?
If you can get your hands on it, then yes.
Well, I have regrowable hands. So if something goes wrong.
Win-win, let's do this.
You hear
I do
more.
like the idea of sending spirits onto their rest.
You hear more slurping, and the Mistwalkers, all of them start to scream. Oh, it's invaders, we're undone.
They're talking about us?
You're assuming they're talking about whatever's making that slurping noise that sounds suspiciously like more of these puddings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More goobs.
And that's where we'll wrap things up for this week.
Oh, goody.
So, any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns about?
It's complicated.
The Star of Chaos sounds exactly like what we need to solidify our hold.
It'll have just the balancing and calming effect that this party requires.
Jedryn's pretty calm when she's not freaking out.
Right. When not high.
Y'all need Madriel.
Y'all need Denev is who you need. You need balance.
I'm just saying the skin tube would have worked.
No, it wouldn't have.
That's what they all say.
It would not have worked.
And then we'd have a new bag and or hat / hood.
If we killed an animal and extracted its intestines and made a tube out of that, which would have taken all afternoon, that might have worked.
We had 3 limbs of skin.
Limbs don't work that way.
Yeah, you skin them and then you stitch it all together in a tube.
That also would have taken all afternoon.
And then it'll go out the side of the stitching. It's just not airtight.
Yeah.
Well, it just has to help channel the air.
That's fair. So that's all for this week. Let's go ahead and do our outros real quick. Let's start off this week with Jedryn. Jedryn, go ahead and give us your pertinence, please.
Hi, my name is Fran, Stewart, pronoun she, her, and I'm playing Jedryn, the bad trippin' halfling rogue, pronouns also she, her. I write stuff, mostly for the Scarred Lands these days. You can find most of that up on Drive Through Fiction, including the book I co-wrote with my wife, Sarah. You can find my other writing under Francis Stewart wherever fine ebooks are sold, and you can find me on social media either as Francis Stewart or Ronald and Valor. And as I always say, I like making new friends, so please come up and introduce yourself.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. Next up, we have Zopa. Give us your pertinence, please.
You know, if you like making new friends, why aren't you a necromancer? Just saying. Hey, I'm Jeremy Hochhalter. I'm playing he, him, playing Zopa, she, her. I also write things. You can find me on Drive Through RPG and DM's Guild. This Saturday, I am running some Stargate SG1 for WonderCon. So stop by Twitch WH Publications to check that out. It is at noon Eastern. Otherwise, I'm here on this show every Monday, and then I'm on Chaz's show on my channel on Wednesdays. I'll let him talk more about that. And then on Thursdays now, I'm on with Sarah to do the lore, and talking about the Scarred Lands lore and history. You can find me on Twitter, WH Publications. No, sorry, WH Pubs. I know what I'm talking about, really.
Indeed. And I'm putting a link to Jeremy's stuff in the chat right here. And while I do that, Triss, give us your pertinence, please.
Hi, I'm Sarah Stewart. I play Triss, I am she, they, Triss is she, her. Triss, the young, naive, freaking out druid. Fran and Jeremy pretty much covered everything. I think this week in the lore, we're going to be talking about the Blood Sea and the pirates thereof, probably. And then that's at 2:00 Eastern. Did you say it was 2:00 Eastern? And you can find even more about the stuff that Fran and I do on our website at morelikethisindustries.com. All a bunch of words that are very long and hard to spell. Well, industries. The others are easy to spell.
Beautiful. And I'm throwing a link to Sarah's stuff in the chat right now. And while I do that, Korggix, give us your pertinence, please.
Hi, I play Korggix, the 8-foot-tall Scrag, who just wants to protect people and fails miserably 99% of the time. They are he, him, just as I am. I go by Tric or the Hair Trick because cosmic horror and puns are hilarious. You can find me over on twitch.tv, the Hair Trick, where I do variety streaming, pretty much whatever tickles my fancy, but always with some sort of niche focus in some way, shape, or form about level design, as I've been one for about 15, 16 years. Started as a hobbyist and then an outsource for a few companies. And then I do D&D writing over on Patreon, Hair Trick Productions, which I've been not uploading a whole lot this month. There's a bunch coming, but the main reason is I have to do 2 videos for it, and I'm redoing my entire audio setup tomorrow. So that's all been on hold until I can get higher quality stuff done for that. But if you're interested, there'll be some previews on some languages that I'm working on, like root words and why they're the roots and how they're being formed into the 2 languages. And I'm writing a big D&D 5e Halloween fun theme thing for like level 10 to 16 characters and all of my own language stuff. So if you're interested in any of that and some pretty cool art, that's what's over on the Patreon.
Beautiful. And that Patreon is up in the chat right now. Definitely go over there and throw some bucks Tric's way. And next up, we have Ayli. Give us your pertinence.
Hello, my name is Ayli. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Millie, the Tiefling Ranger, whose pronouns are she, they. I am a fetish model and sometimes a TTRPG writer, and you can find me on Twitter at Kitty Curiosity. You can also find me on Roll for Seduction, an X-rated D&D streaming group. We're running 4 different campaigns right now, one of which is DM'd by Travis on the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays. So definitely check that out if you're over the age of 18, along with the rest of my stuff. And you can also, I don't know if I said that, you can find us on Twitter at Roll Seduction or online at rollforseduction.com.
Beautiful. And yes, we will be playing Wednesday. We'll be playing some more Odysseys and Overlords. And I've got a link to Ayli's writing up in the chat. So definitely check that out. And watch that grow as the months continue. And I keep just making her write more. And then that brings us to Chaz. Cheshire, please give us your pertinent.
Hi, so I am Chaz, he, him, same as Cheshire. Cheshire is trying to grow, but growth is hard, and we'll just leave it there. When I'm not playing Cheshire, I research video games and music and storytelling, and when I'm not doing that, I do a lot of DMing. I DM on Jeremy's channel, Wednesdays at 2:30 Eastern. I finally remember the time just as they're all about to die. I'm pretty sure the final battle has commenced as they have pissed off the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So that is a thing. We are just starting.
It'll be
yeah,
fine.
I mean, yeah, technically it's only 2 of them now. I definitely don't plan on bringing them as soon as the fight starts. So that is 2:00 Eastern, 9 Eastern on the Onyx Path. That day is the final episode of Scion Heroes Become as Gods. As the band has gone about being early heroes, figuring out what it means to have that kind of popularity and responsibility. And their adopted daughter was kidnapped because that's just what evil people do when they're like, you're a hero, I'm going to take someone. So that's happening this week. And next week we'll be starting Scion Demigods. I feel like I can't become as gods anymore because you're kind of gods as demigods.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Onyx Path to better hurry up and get the God book out.
Right. And well, maybe you can do a reunion show when God hits Kickstarter.
There you
I
go.
like that.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely make sure you tune in and check that out. If you've been a fan of this channel for a long time, the Plastic Age Plays channel, you'll recognize a couple of the cast members that are in Become as Gods. We're also in the Extreme Drawis and Scarredlands Sins of Shelzar. So once you wrap up Become as Gods, we're going to be doing an Extreme Drawis thing on this channel, so I'm looking forward to that. Getting back and playing those 15th level Drow characters and seeing what sort of madness I can throw at them.
Nice.
So they're going to be jumping out of the powerful character frying pan into the powerful character. Be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. And I guess that leaves me. I'm Travis Legg, he, him. When I'm not running games here, I run them Roll Seduction. I run them for the Onyx Path. I'm also the programming coordinator for the Onyx Path Twitch channel. Make sure you're checking out the Monday meeting notes every week. Got some fun promotions coming up in April that I believe Rich will be sharing some information about this week in terms of the channel. In terms of Plastic Age Plays, next week we will be back here at this time for another Scarredlands family affair. But that will likely be the season finale.
Not the finale. The season
finale. Yes. Not the series finale, the season finale.
Unless we die.
After which we will be doing some of the things that you should read about in the Monday meeting notes this week. And we'll be doing those here as well. And then also, I'm going to be, hopefully tonight, posting up on my Patreon. I'll throw the link to that in the chat. The alpha playtest rules for playable peoples in Contagion 5th edition. I've been talking about doing a 5th edition update to Contagion for a while. If you've been following me on the Patreon, a lot of the design stuff I've been tinkering with it lends itself in that direction. So I figure, what the hell, let's get it started. So I'm going to throw that up for patrons for free, probably tonight or tomorrow. And then later on this week, I'm toying with the idea of putting it up for just publicly as well, to get as much feedback as possible as we start getting that together. If you're not familiar, it's a modern horror urban fantasy setting. And the basic idea is that there was a war between heaven and hell for many, many, many ages. Recently, Lucifer discovered that war was based on false memories and found out that various other gods throughout history had been imprisoned in this realm called Oblitus. So she broke them out, got her original memories restored, and now the supernatural is sort of becoming publicly people are becoming aware of it worldwide. It's not becoming. It's coming out of the shadows. It's no longer hidden, and there's various conflicts between different supernatural peoples, as well as the various gods and their different belief structures, and then creatures known as Hellspawn, who were created by demons during the war between heaven and hell, and just kind of wander the earth, killing people and making life interesting. So it's kind of like, if you mixed like supernatural with, I guess, like maybe Akira, and then dialed it up to 11.
Lovely.
That's kind of what the setting's about. So,
and Lucifer's a she.
Lucifer is a she, yes, and she is now known as Samuel Morningstar, the goddess of rebellion. But she was for a long time known as Lucifer. And you can get into all that cool backstory and stuff. You can actually go pick up Contagion 2nd Edition now at Drive-Thru RPG. You can pick up the Savage Worlds version of it as well.
It's pretty funky.
But yeah, I'm just getting ready to ramp that out and see what people think of it. So if you get the chance, check it out. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to this channel or subscribed to my Patreon, you should consider doing both because it helps keep the lights on. On that note, I think we'll be wrapping things up, and we will see you all again next week. Same time. Be sure to get your shots and wear your masks and socially distance and keep behaving yourselves, and we'll get out of this thing eventually. And take care of yourselves and each other.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.